Hi Kiwi, alright, today we are running the aspect of Hestia on the adamant rail.
Hexagriff.
The way that works is every time I reload my weapon, I get an empowered shot, and then the rest is like normal. That's about the only difference, but it's a substantial one. We're going to be running the Aphrodite Keepsake in attempts to get our attack damage as high as possible, and we're going to run in three heat using extreme measures.
Sulk in your chambers all you like, for I care not. I have eternity to finish with this work, so your assistance is entirely unneeded.
Eternity is quite a long time, though. Wouldn't you like to make it more efficient?
How times have changed.
Right? I guess those are just flashbacks. Let's see what we get. Seeking Fire. Your attack seeks the nearest foe and deals 10% extra damage. Piercing Fire. Your attack pierces foes and deals 50% more damage to armor. Or Flurry Fire, which doesn't really fit the build, so... 10% damage increase or 50% more to armor. I mean, armor adds up. And the Pierce sounds nice, because that means it'll go through through enemies, I believe, so I can hit multiple in a row. I think we'll take the Pierce.
Beware the adamant rail.
So, Hestia is another weapon that I believe a lot of speedrunners use for whatever reason. I think just because once it's fully upgraded, that initial hit does quite a bit. I've also done myself a huge favor for using the rail and remapped my reload button to the left button, which was previously the Codex button, which will certainly help me more reliably reload than pressing right trigger, which is just a not ideal option.
I sense that you have not yet spoken with the all-seeing artifact you call Aegis. Tamper with the Fate's design then all you like. But if you change your mind, do speak the words to it. I see you stand your ground against the Serpent's flame.
Oh, that's funny. They put a little reminder for idiots like me who forget that we're told explicitly, go unlock the best weapon in the game. Oh well. Dash Strike. Honestly, 42% more Dash Strike damage? Heck yeah, let's take that. I didn't actually read what the debuff is. Inferno Bombs. Yeah, we can deal with that. And we'll take the Darkness. Chaos sounded a little bit miffed at us for not upgrading their shield. Which, you know what? Fair. The nice thing about Inferno Bombs on this floor is if we get mostly these larger enemies, it's actually pretty hard for us to, for them to hit us with the Inferno Bombs. It's really the small, frequent enemies that make it difficult to deal with, all things considered. Oh, wow.
Bit of a break.
Resting chamber already.
You know I would do anything to have you here among us, don't you, love? Oh, I just hope my blessings are enough.
They better be. Let's see if you actually give us the... Well, you give us the weakest option for your attack, but that's still... 50% more damage all around. We'll take it. We'll complain a little bit, but we'll take it. So, we'll take the Nectar here. I really do need to stock up on this stuff as much as possible. It looks like the Empowered Shot has longer range too, which is pretty cool. We are melting through armor thanks to that hammer boon we took. I guess it's technically not a boon, but you know what I mean. I don't think I played the, that last reload. I did not play my reloading animation, which is odd.
The perfect gift.
Ah, Athena. Alright. I think for Athena, I'd probably best off take her...
Smashed to bits.
I think it makes most sense to maybe take her Call, because that'll make me have a pretty safe run, all things considered. Oh, right, Inferno Bombs. So this is an instance where those Inferno Bombs are pretty extra spicy, because this thing spawns a lot of little tiny helpers to deal with everything. And I can't help but accidentally hit them in the crossfire.
You'll be back, won't you?
The Rail of Adamant itself has found its way into your hands, cousin. A malignant thing if you were to ask me, and not one I would ever use myself. Unless perhaps I had no other choice. I suppose it must have been that way for you.
No, I had at least 5 other choices, actually. I just chose this one because I forgot I was unlocking the best shield in the game. Okay. What do I want here? Her cast is never that impressive to me. I think... Yeah, we'll take the dash. Let's get Sisyphus into Ector today. I think I
He's
skipped.
back again,
I skipped some vowels in that sentence. I think
Hey,
let's give Sisyphus
Word
a
is
nectar
you caused
today.
quite the hubbub in Elysium, Prince said. Making the champion up there really work for it, I hear.
You could say that, I guess. Apparently word gets around. That Theseus, though, he doesn't care for me one bit, let me tell you.
I bet he'd like you better if you were a regular pushover. Ah well, he'll learn, I'm sure.
And this time, I don't think I need any healing or coin. We'll just take the darkness.
Got just the thing.
Darkness.
Moving along. Oh, hey, guess what I forgot to do after saying it twice? Well, it's okay. We'll be running into Sisyphus plenty, I suppose.
Right there.
That's kind of embarrassing, but not terribly surprising given my combination ADHD and short-term memory issues, I suppose. Oh yeah, I forgot. Athena's dash actually does damage on contact. Not much, but it does. We'll take another Chaos Gate. Heck yeah, let's see if we can get his attack up. Anything to increase our burst potential with the enhanced attack.
All right, Precious, get to work.
I find it odd that these rooms, they actually pause the timer for some reason.
Whoops.
What do you mean, whoops?
Dust.
I will look for at least something to get on the special, because popping it out every now and again while I'm reloading is probably a good idea. Also, not standing on traps, definitely also a good idea. It feels like the empowered basic attack isn't that amazing until you upgrade the weapon further, so I'm just getting into the habit of playing like if I did have that fully. You know what? You know what? I don't appreciate your nonsense, Mr. Laser Gem, or Mrs. or Merx's. How do you pronounce the neutral Mr. Mrs.? I've seen it. It's like MX.
Fine, go then.
All right, I forgot we weren't trying to kill them all and get some.
Right, let's catch some fish.
I forgot it was a time limit killing rather than a kill a certain number. Oops.
I caught a knucklehead.
I think the reason my brain reset on that was just because I saw the Infernal Trove over here,
Not
which is
yet.
why are you still locked? Oh, that's why. Take the HP.
Here we go again.
You're not going anywhere.
And I heard a Chaos Gate, which I didn't see or mentally register, I suppose. But to my understanding, this is actually used as a speedrunner weapon because the damage potential on it is pretty ridiculous when fully upgraded. We're only at a base 50 increase, so that's not that amazing.
Out, all of you.
I do very much appreciate the auto-targeting that it gives, though. All right, there is the gate.
I can take it.
I guess I didn't really run over to this corner. All right, Chaos, what do you got now?
In the name of Hades.
Okay, cast, money, or special. Well, this sounds awful, but 40% more gold sounds nice, but I don't think it's worth the risk. None of these are really amazing. Wait, I can reroll.
How about a different set of choices?
Ooh, what's this? We've gotten his Death Defiance before, haven't we? Huh. For the next 3 encounters, you have half your movement speed, but you gain 1 use of Death Defiance. We could do another 50% dash strike increase, which is pretty amazing. I don't know, one of these is good. Both of these are good. 50% more dash strike, which we've already gotten 1 on the dash strike, right? Could turn our dash strike into something wicked crazy. Maybe go for an Artemis boon on the dash. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, we're going all in on the dash strike.
You shall have it.
Okay, Ares. Ares or Pomegranate on the attack. I honestly feel like it's better to take fewer boons right now because I'm hoping to fish for a Eurydice and get the attack boon upgraded since we got such a low quality one at the start. Alternatively, I could roll for Demeter and try to get her one that gives a random couple boons upgraded rarity over time. That could be pretty strong. All right.
Power of Olympus.
Yeah, let's upgrade our... Oh, you know what? I just realized we can't get Athena's dash attack because we already took Athena's. Did I say Athena twice? We can't get Artemis's dash strike
Should be
again
useful.
because we already took Athena's. We'll take the shop here. Maybe we'll see a Demeter boon. That would be pretty solid if we did. Athena. Sure.
I'll pay for that.
So this does actually make my attack deal more damage than what my current attack boon does, but that's only because of the... Oh, it's a 1% difference. Never mind. I think getting weak on foes is way more valuable. We'll take this, although, yeah, well, we don't really have a choice. All right, we'll take the exposed. And we'll take the darkness. Hey. You said it, bud.
Hello to you as well, mate.
Cool. He's a little frustrated about that, but you know what? We needed the pot for the gold. Sorry, Heron. If you didn't charge us an arm and a leg for your
I'm back, ladies.
for your goods, I might not have to do that so often. Sure, if you're feeling it.
I don't understand, but I'm not who you think I am. My father sent you to stop me, that's all.
Murderer. Murderer. Murderer.
We'll look forward to when she learns how to say our name. I guess it is kind of hard to reliably use the dash attack on the rail. Not terribly so, but enough. Okay, so basically, since I've talked myself out of getting Artemis now, because I realize I already have her, I have my dash slot filled, and the odds of her giving me a replacement is low. Maybe what I do is I go Demeter after all and hope for Rare Crop. I think it's called Rare Crop. I know that's what it's called in the other game, I believe. But that way I can slow enemies with my special. And then I can use my attack to get weak on them, and that'll give me privilege status pretty reliably.
No murder.
I mean, technically, yes, murder. All right, there we go. We got rank 3 Aphrodite keepsake, which is pretty awesome.
Try
All
another
right.
one, maybe.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I think Demeter makes the most sense on the special, so let's do that.
Should help.
Worst case scenario is I get her special boon. Best case scenario is we get the rarity upgrade on the attack.
Nowhere to go.
It's no guarantee though, which is the one downside to this. Now look, we cleared the first floor in under 5 minutes. You know, if I was actually like playing with the
Be there soon, Bone Hydra.
through
all that, the way to the surface.
pact of punishment that makes you have to clear things in under 5 minutes.
Let me have it.
I'm trying to practice to get ready for that. Like, I'm not in the mindset of taking the less aggressive, the less challenging rooms. All right, let's see. Cast, HP, or cast. None of these are ideal. I could encounter a cast that's pretty solid, especially if I went like Zeus, maybe? And get Smoldering Air? I think out of all of these, I just take the HP up, frankly. I don't have a cast that makes me get terribly excited, but there's Eurydice. That's awesome. Eurydice gives us a pretty solid chance of
Majesty.
upgrading our attack.
Eurydice, can I ask you for a favor here? Not that you owe me anything, but would you hear me out?
Yeah, sure, hun. What is it? Though you'd better not be asking for my recipes. Closely guarded family secret. I'd say I'd take them to my grave, but yeah.
It's not your recipes, though they are wonderful. It's your song. I'm sure it'd be a hit around the house, and I know someone who really needs to hear it. Don't suppose you've got a parchment copy I could have?
Your Royal Majesty, you want my song? You are aware it's called Good Riddance, right? But sure, why not? If music's gonna be playing in your house, it might as well be great. And let me give you something to go with it.
All right. Let's see. So, if I take the Ambrosia Delight, which will raise 2 boons rarity, I think it's pretty much guaranteed on the attack because we only have 2 actual boons that aren't Chaos boons. So, yeah, let's take that.
You bet.
Well, I was wrong.
Really hit the spot.
I forgot about Blinding Flash. Wow, we couldn't have gotten the worst roll on that if we tried. Well, here's hoping that Demeter at least is kind to us, because she will offer us, or I guess it's a chance of a random boon as well. Well, let's cope and hope that we get it. That's all I'll say. Oh, you know what? I already can get status privilege if I dash into them, but that seems kind of risky considering I'm using a ranged build after all. Dashing into enemies isn't exactly my prerogative. I want to be away from them, not next to them. Sadly, this weapon does lack anything in meaningful AoE aside from its special, which I can only shoot so often. I can try and orient myself between these guys. Maybe I should have taken the Chaos Legendary after all. Oh well. I got greedy for damage. I still think I'm pretty safe. I just have to play like I'm safe.
My boon from Master Chaos has evolved.
Okay, excellent. I do think I'll have to take the HP here, unfortunately. I got hit a little bit too much, and I don't have a reliable way of healing it back. Aphrodite, what are you doing here? We asked for Demeter. I guess I could sell... I could sell Divine Dash and try to get Artemis's Dash. I guess that is one thing I could do. I don't think I'm going to do it, but it is an option.
Hit me if you can, witches.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have Deflect, so you guys are kind of going to have a bad time. That's so much damage from deflecting their attacks. So our dash attack does about 163 damage now, which is pretty solid.
That takes care of them.
Wait, what? I have the Lambent Plume? How did I manage that? Oops. I did not notice that. Oh well. We'll take the 13% damage reduction. It's not that much, but it'll matter. Well, I guess we're running a Lambent Plume for the rest of the run because apparently I don't know how to tell gods apart. I wanted a cornucopia, not a feather. Wow. I messed up, didn't I, Kiwi? How did I not notice that either? Oh well. What a weird build to have the Lambent Plume on it. Like, doesn't even make sense. It doesn't synergize at all. I mean, the dodge chance is nice just for survivability reasons. I'm not going to complain too much. I'm just kind of disappointed in myself for not noticing something so very obvious. The lack of knockback is kind of biting me, especially if I continue to stay closer range than I should against these guys. The other downside is it's very hard to line the shot up and hit multiple enemies with it when I have this weapon auto-aiming at the nearest thing, which means if someone gets closer to me, I can't shoot in the direction I'm actually holding with the control stick. And I probably could turn that off, but I don't know if I want to because it doesn't make it so if I kill two things nearby at rapid succession, I'm auto-targeting to the next one very quickly, like instantaneously. Athena and Aphrodite, okay.
All aboard.
We'll take that, sure. Man, the Lambent Plume is not going to do much for us at all. We really don't have the damage to support it. Oh well.
Whichever god I don't pick
Won't be pleased.
be pleased.
Guess we'll take Afro first. I guess this will make it... I guess the question is this a additive or multiplicative? Am I getting 33% less damage or 40% less damage? Because it's 10% increased weak damage reduction from a base 30. I don't know. The bonus max life sounds more appealing than anything else since we haven't really been getting much in the way of HP. But yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take Life Affirmation.
I understand you've made your choice, cousin. And I, in turn, now have my family's reputation to uphold.
That's fine.
Didn't have much choice.
I mean, we did. We had exactly enough choice to not do that, but honestly, between the two, I have clearly proven that I'm more likely to survive an Athena trial than an Aphrodite trial. Aphrodite wrecked us in the last run. Athena just makes it so you can't damage the enemy, but if you just kind of time them out, that's not really that big of a deal. We'll play like online Sonics do in Smash. The funny thing is, if I keep dashing away, they spread out more. And that makes it so there's always at least one that isn't shielded by Athena. Until we're down to the last one, I suppose. Look at that guy, he jumped into the lava. How silly. There are so many of these little guys. I was gonna say, I was literally thinking to myself, wow, I haven't taken any damage yet. Go me. And then I got hit. Multiple times, as it turns out. Yeah, our damage is severely lacking. Maybe I should have just gone the Zeus boon anyway, or Zeus attack, even though I didn't strictly need to, or I didn't want to. I mean, realistically speaking, as long as I play safe, it'll be a slow run, but it won't be a bad run. It won't be a lost run.
All is forgiven, Zagreus, and I take no offense. Exacting vengeance is just something we Olympians all do from time to time.
You know, it's like feasting on your ally's blood. Aw, man, maybe I should have died. Could have taken this. I don't want her special, though. Her special sounds terrible on this build. And, I mean... Sure, I'm just going to take the damage reduction. We'll take the mid shot, because I definitely don't want Ares over Demeter. Again, sadly, it seems there are a few instances where I actually want Ares, but I will probably play a run around him one day. Alright, so this is the final shop of the floor. We're hurting, so we'll take the HP first. Alright. Another Athena boon, or a Hermes boon. I think we'll take a Hermes.
I'll take it.
I can dash more times. Sure, okay. That's pretty nice. I will forget to do that. I know I will forget to do that, but that's okay.
Bone Hydra, if you understand me, menacingly hiss.
Oh my goodness, he understands us, Kiwi. Basically, for this build to work, I just need to dash and attack at all times. Because I have so much damage up on the dash strike attack. And then I really should be reloading as much as possible. But it does eat into our DPS if we're not hitting the big hits. Did you see that? It auto-targeted the center head despite it having a shield, because that's just how this works, unfortunately. I was a little too slow on my dash, sadly. That was avoidable. It's fine, though. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can... I can't believe I took the Lamb and Plume. That's so tilting. I have no business taking that on one of, like, the slowest possible builds I have right now. Oh, well. Oh, well. I find the best thing to do with these sorts of when all the heads are out is to try and get one killed ASAP, because the more that are on the field, the more you're going to have to deal with in rapid fashion. Let us not use 2 Death Defiances against Lerny. That would be wholly unnecessary and wholly embarrassing. Well, I'm 1 hit away from doing exactly that, so let's see where this goes. Thankfully, I was reasonably confident that I outranged him there, but I wasn't 100% certain. Alright, there we go. I'm definitely playing this wrong, but what can I do? Oh no. Really, that still hit me. Despite having 3 dashes, I couldn't dash fast enough. Oh my goodness, come on, aim, aim. Alright, there we go, Hydra vanquished.
Enjoy your magma bath.
Well,
Nice.
We're not sitting pretty for Elysium, I'm not gonna lie. We're in a pretty sour spot. How much dodge chance did I get off the Lamb and Plume? Literally a single proc. Wow.
Keepsakes.
Really shot myself in the foot on that one, didn't I? Alright, let's actually take what we wanted here. Hopefully... Yeah, I'll take the HP here.
I can use this.
And I could sell this, but something tells me with how I'm playing, I'm going to be dashing into traps without meaning to, so we'll keep it.
That's it for us, Fidel.
It's only 35 coin anyway. It's not like it's going to make that much of a difference whether I keep it or sell it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be 35 coin difference on the final floor. Who knows?
Much nicer climate.
Nothing? Okay. Hopefully we get a second hammer here. Excellent. All right, we'll gladly take that. And now for my favorite enemy type, of course, of course. At least I mostly one-shot them. Especially if I hit them with the dash to strike. Or the reloaded, or the reload empowered attack. Because my base attack doesn't do enough, that's for sure. I guess the best strategy I have right now is to dash into enemies to try and get them exposed to guarantee I get status privilege, because I unfortunately do not have any other
My boon from
curse.
chaos is transformed.
Cluster bomb, triple bomb. You can use your special 3 times in rapid succession. Your attack deal spread fire. Spread fire would work really well with this current build, because the whole idea is I want my first attack to do the most possible damage, and that would give it base 90 damage instead of base 50. But something tells me that's going to just come to bite me in the butt. Cluster bomb or triple bomb? I'm not really building around the special either way, but I would like to see a special boon on it. I think I'll take cluster bomb. Yeah.
The rail grows stronger.
Now we fire 5 in a spread. Fire 5 special rockets in a spread pattern. Oh, that's a big spread pattern. Youch. No, it basically just means that whenever I use my special attack, especially if I use it up against a wall potentially, it's gonna hit a lot of things. I'll never miss. Which means I'll always get my my whatever special boon I do get on it will always be active. Or the curse specifically.
Reloading.
It's also very good for, it probably outranges most of the things, and okay, I confirmed. So the way the rocket works on this weapon is it bounces if it comes into contact with a wall. So in theory, I could potentially get all of those to hit. Oh, well. In theory, I could get all of those rockets to hit if I position them correctly, like, for example, here. No, never mind. Not like example there.
Damn, he's recovered.
Really? I am not paying attention to these revenants at all, am I? Oh boy. Maybe building around Dash Strike was a mistake. Should have taken that attack damage base, or that base attack damage, because I guess in hindsight, base attack damage affects the Dash Strike as well. Hermes or a shop. We can't afford anything in the shop, so we'll take Hermes here. Don't know what to expect from him.
Respite.
That chill you were expecting in the air, that wasn't Demeter this time here, boss. No, that was just me whisking to you in a flash. Makes for a little pleasant breeze, I think.
Okay. Attack is faster, please.
Moving right along.
Anything to increase our DPS? Poseidon, what are you doing here? You came out of nowhere.
Come forth and be swatted, deadly butterflies.
I'm gonna just focus on DPSing this down as quick as possible, but if we can get rid of its friends, I don't mind that. This is one that I can pretty reliably dash against, which is nice. Would you kindly not? Darn it. Oh, they're spawning in. Alright, just focus on DPSing then. Why is it targeting the shoulder over the butterfly ball I'm standing right next to? There we go. Okay, butterfly down. Time for cleanup. Oh, look at all those cluster bombs landing next to each other and being blocked by the shield. Actually, there was no shield. Its base damage is just that poor. Unfortunate. Kind of lamenting the lack of a Zeus boon right now. I could use Zeus's attack. Wow, all 5 hits of that special did at most 300 damage. That's really disappointing to know. Maybe I should have taken triple fire. At least that way it could have stacked whatever curse I got on the special more reliably. Which, we'll see if I even get that, and at this point there's no hope for getting rare crop on the right attack boon. I have so many other boons that are kind of useless.
Farewell for now, Sinister.
You are entirely too young to have had meaningful experience with loss, young Zagreus. Pray to me that you never have to learn.
Why experience loss when I can provide gain? I don't know. That was dumb. You know what I mean. We're gonna bring her daughter back to her eventually. Anyway, we finally got the Demeter special, a whole floor too late, but oh well. Oh well. Mistakes were made. I titled the video that if I hadn't had like 3 different videos that are titled that already in the Hades series. Because as it turns out, I am very bad at paying attention and not noticing easily avoidable mistakes. Oh my goodness, these guys are so annoying. Please just die. I have no damage on this weapon. I mean, I think this is why I fell out of favor with the rail. It's just because I never feel like it has enough damage to really warrant using. And I know that changes when you upgrade the Hestia aspect, but certainly base Hestia with only a base 50 empowered single shot doesn't do enough for me to really be impressed by it, I suppose. I mean, I obviously could be playing this better too. I'm not using the dash strike that I empowered so much. Oh, what can I sell here? No. Oh, Patroclus, excellent. Sorry to tell you that we didn't run into your buddy.
You abandoned me among these noble champions, kings. Although...
Oh, look at us. We can finally give him a...
Hey, look. I can tell you're struggling right now, and maybe this isn't the way to help you through it all, but I want you to have this.
We can finally get Patroclus's keepsake, which I remember being good, I think.
So you are taking pity on me then? Well, I've no pride like many others here, so I shall take it. Though let's make it a fair exchange, shall we?
Alright. Broken
I'm most
spear
grateful
point.
to you, sir.
I can't remember what it does, but I vaguely remember it being pretty solid.
Nothing wrong there, sir. I mean, shouldn't you be up and about, competing for eternal pride and glory and all that?
What's the use? Let's say we fought, if anybody asks. Now go. I've no quarrel with you. Besides, I'll just remain here comfortably at rest for some untold millennia, I guess. Have a nice... whatever time it is.
You too. Alright, we're definitely going to take the refresh on our Death Defiance.
I only wish.
And then coin or palm? I think we take coin because I do not think it's reliable to trust on the palm right now with so many other things that could affect. Oh good, we could use some HP.
I can't stay long, so how about we get this business over with?
Let's get it over with then.
Think you can beat me?
Yes.
Occasionally, yes.
More than occasionally, I would say. I would argue we've been pretty reliably beating him. I don't think we've lost to Thanatos except for once where we had a really bad DPS build. And even this one isn't so far gone in its DPS where I think that's going to be an issue. You can have this armored fellow, I don't mind that. I do appreciate how I steal his kills, it's kind of funny. If any chariots spawn, they're all his. Let's leave it at that. Oh, am I shooting you by accident? Sorry. Thankfully, we got such a head start on him that I'm not worried about him getting all these tankier enemies now. Oh my goodness, would you calm yourselves? I had to use my cast there because I was too busy caught in reloading time. Where are you, Thanatos? Where'd you go? There you are.
You're reckless, but you're quick.
Yes, I did take a lot of damage, I agree. Alright, where to next? Palm or HP? I think... When did I get 191 HP? Oh, Life Affirmation, I guess, is really pulling its weight.
Surprise.
We did get a pomegranate level on it after all. So we definitely needed that. The 40% damage increase cannot be understated from status privilege. Cannot be understated how valuable that is to a build that is lacking base damage overall. And, like, they're not doing a lot of damage, but tossing the special in not only does it slow, which makes things safer and get privilege status going, it does do enough damage to be valuable. Not enough to be outstanding, but certainly enough to matter. I guess the mentality on that is just every bit of damage counts, you know? And I guess we have to take the ABD approach. Always be dashing. Alright. We've got a pretty solid max HP, if nothing else. Don't know how much that amounts to, but it helps. Again, every little bit helps. Oh, I hear a fishing spot. Where is it? There it is. Give me the fishies.
Got a bite.
So, as yesterday's episode was a bit of a prelude to the fact, today is Blueberry Day for Kiwi and I. We have about a gallon's worth of blueberries, and we're about to convert them into a very, very yummy series of baked goods. Do I want Poseidon here? Does Poseidon literally offer anything of interest to me? Call and Cast are what I have left. Honestly, not interested. Sorry, bud. Not today. I do think I'm feeling a Poseidon build sometime soon, though. We've never really gone all out on Poseidon.
At last. I hope you're perfectly pleased with yourself, Hellspawn, because Asterius has been quite cross with me, such as he is. He says I have misjudged the likes of you. Outrageousness.
You don't hear me, King. We still have a lot to learn about this foe. Each time, he's differently equipped. Weapons, God-given abilities, and such. Despite our efforts, it's been difficult to read his strategies.
And now you're saying I can't fight Asterius? Even though I had no difficulty besting you within that maze of yours? Come on, let's do this fight.
Oh, we started a lover's quarrel. Sorry, guys. My phone has suddenly started blowing up. I'm hopeful that isn't getting picked up on the mic, but if it is, I apologize. I can't turn that off at the moment because we're, you know, in the heat of things. It's only 3 heat, but still. Ha 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 ha. Get it. I'm not funny, I know. So basically, the strategy I have... Oh, geez, I got hit by both hits of that. That's unfortunate and unnecessary. The strategy I have here is every time I'm reloading, I drop a special, because the animation plays around the same time. But because Asterius is so slow from all the hits of the special, he's pretty easy to kite out without being at risk of getting hit very reliably. And I keep dashing through him too, which helps apply Exposed, which will also increase my overall damage against him. Oh dear. Whoa. Because he bought enough time with his phase transition to not be slowed any further, so I need to stack these back up. There's a lot going on this screen, I have to say. All I need to pay attention to is just every time Theseus tries and cast on me. Or tries and throws his spear at me. Tries to throw his spear at me. If you can't tell, I slept very poorly last night, and my basic human function of speech has been denied me its most basic avenues of success. That was vaguely coherent at the very least. And maybe a little bit more poetic than it needed to be. But, you know, it's hard to think about meaningful words when you're trying not to die. You struck... I thought he said you struck down the boy, and I'm like, no, I'm the boy. Haven't you heard my... Oh, I guess you haven't. I really do question, what does Theseus think of Hades? Does he respect him? Does he hate him? Okay, I called bull hockey there. It said back attack, but he was still blocking it with his shield. So, like, what am I supposed to do there? I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish by shooting it there. I think I'm just going to depend on the special, honestly.
Lord Dionysus, lend me your power.
The gods are helping him.
You say that like you haven't known that they do that all the time, Zagreus. I'm just going to make sure that I can at least reliably reflect his spear back at him. I can't actually see where the Dionysus attacks are happening because my AoEs are just so stacked up. Just need to make sure that I maintain the slow on him because he can become so much easier to deal with when he's slowed down. Alright. It'll be slow, it'll be painful, but I think we're sitting pretty for Hades. It's just definitely one of our lesser runs, all things considered, in terms of what we got.
Who's champion now? I'll just help myself.
Still us, I believe.
Hope you enjoyed the show, my good shade.
So I've noticed, at least when you're in new areas and you do that big like overlook of the area, your dialogue can get canceled out when you're looking at things. All right, what does this do? After taking damage, become impervious to damage for 1 second, refreshes after 7 seconds. Okay, so it grants you invulnerability every time you take damage. That's pretty solid. But do I take it over Lucky Tooth? Or Lucky Tooth? Honestly, kind of considering taking Distant Memory. I feel like because we got our Death Defiance back, I'm in a relatively decent spot now. I think 3 should be plenty, and if it's not, then it's my own fault. So, you know what? Why don't we take out the new... Let's take Broken Spear Point and try out the new Keepsake and see what it's like.
Can wash away my wounds.
We'll take that HP, yeah.
Looks handy.
All right.
That was Elysium.
Handy is the German word for cell phone.
Thank you.
There's your necessary little bit of trivia from a foreign language that you definitely needed watching this. Alright, so we've definitely lost a fair bit of time. We're 20 minutes into the run. There's no way we're getting a new record on this run. We just were not blessed with good boons. Oh, hey, would you look who it is. Artemis and Ares. I agree. I agree, Charon. Ugh. Alright, well, I guess what that means for us is... Honestly, I don't think I want to give up the Athena. Oh, you know what? I should have taken the purchasable Ares and then hoped for a duo with this one. Oh well. I guess ultimately the chance of either is about the same. I think what we do here is we'll take Ares as cast. Because Hunting Blades is decent. It doesn't do a lot for us in this build, but at least I can get something else on the field for, like, kiting damage, maybe. Like, the fact that I unleashed a full salvo on that one enemy and it didn't die is pretty telling about where our DPS is right now. I probably have a better chance of DPSing these guys with a reflected Razor Blade from the environment than actually killing them with my base attack, which is really sad. What are the odds that we find the Satyr Sack on the first attempt? Probably not that amazing, but... Like, sheesh, we're not even hitting triple-digit damage. Well, I guess we are, but still. It doesn't feel like we're hitting triple-digit damage, if you know what I mean. Okay, maybe it's not as bad as I like to think. So today's Blueberry Day. What's our plan? Uh-oh. Oh, it's oh no! Alright. We just run. We just run. We constantly spam special and we run. If nothing else, I believe our dash makes us invulnerable with the Athena boon. Which is quite helpful for our sake. Because we're not killing this guy in fast order, and he chunks us if he hits us. Oh, okay, he only does 15. I guess because he's weakened and we have the damage reduction from that Athena boon earlier. And he's so slow that he can't really reliably hit us too quickly. I just need to make sure I keep hitting him with the special so that he consistently gets the speed down. And always, and again, ABD, always be dashing. Sheesh, yeah. Like, I guess the damage does add up to something at least halfway decent, but it's really unreliable. Maybe I'm just playing this wrong, and what I really need to focus on doing is only hitting the one, but I don't think only hitting the one attack after the reload, but I don't think that's the case. Another random question that popped into my head is, so the Pierce Butterfly, the way it works is we get a permanent damage boost so long as we keep the keepsake equipped, assuming we take no damage before clearing a room, or clearing an encounter, rather. Does that apply to poison? If we, say, walk into a poison puddle, I would assume the damage we take from that it would override the buff, but I don't know for sure because it's technically not getting hit by an enemy. And that might be a weird, like, technicality to catch it on. I'm not sure.
Perhaps you know a god called Thanatos. The two of us are very close associates, you know. Do give him my best wishes should you see him soon.
Sounds good. Alright, Cass gives Blade Rift after slaying a foe, more damage, or just, you know what, we'll just take his flat damage increase. Realistically speaking, we'll benefit from that a lot more than we will his Hunting Blades.
Keep searching.
Okay. Do I even have an Artemis boon? I don't. Alright, let's take the Ares here.
Pleasure doing business.
I wonder if this stacks, because we're going to end up using this probably. I'm going to go for hunting. I can't actually get hunting blades. That was a mistake. Whatever. It's fine. More AoE for, at least we'll have a little bit of AoE for damage. It's not going to amount to very much at all, but it's something, I suppose. And they're pretty good for these chambers, assuming they actually travel. Oh my goodness, it did more damage than our attack. Look at that. Alright, yeah. Hunting blades will be decent here, I suppose. Every little bit of extra damage adds up. So today our plan is blueberry pie and blueberry muffins. We've already got the blueberry pie crust already made. It's in the freezer waiting to be molded out. Or I guess it's in the fridge, but we made it in advance to save us one extra step we'd have to do the same day as everything else that we're planning. We certainly have, since grad school, learned the value of meal prepping. Just having things to make, using our free time where applicable, so that when we're more pressed for time or have other things we need to do, we're not struggling to get everything done because there just simply is not enough time to do it. It's quite nice.
I can't.
This is going to be a long mini-boss fight. Just saying.
I'm empty.
I mean, honestly, it may be more efficient to just try and spam the stage traps against it, honestly. Because the stage traps do a solid 600 damage. Can we please reload? Yeah, look, I'm doing like at most 167 damage. This is not confidence inspiring. Ah, got clipped by the poison.
Okay.
Keep walking through the center, bud. Oh, we killed it. Excellent. That is so much poison on the ground there. There we go.
Goddess Athena.
That was more work than it strictly needed to be. More? Okay. We'll take her call. We'll definitely take her call here.
The shield of light.
If I can just sit around and, or, well, I guess dash around spamming attack on Hades, that'll make things a lot easier.
That's quite a stash there, Charon.
It is. Let's go ahead and take this Hermes boon here.
Should come in useful.
Not great. We'll take the damage reduction on dash, I think. Yeah. We'll take hyper sprint.
Let's see here.
Look at how fast we are. Okay. We'll take the HP up next. That'll probably bring us pretty close to 300 HP base, which is pretty nasty and great for survivability if nothing else.
Shot.
Well, I was complaining about our AoE, and we've definitely kind of increased the amount of AoE we have now, but is it good AoE or is it just adequate? And I would argue it is at best adequate, because it's just, I guess comparing it to the runs we've had more recently, it is taking so long to kill anything. Like, this is not a good first impression of the Hestia weapon, or the aspect of Hestia. I suppose, realistically speaking, in a lot of ways, aspect weapons don't truly shine until you've upgraded them a couple times. But I'm really feeling that need on this one for sure. I'll just use Athena's call to, like, stand in the poison and not get killed by it. Slow and steady, despite how I'd rather play. Nothing in that Well of Charon that's worth interesting us.
Centaur heart.
Okay, 293 max HP. Excellent.
Much better.
It sounds very painful to drink that. That satyr
For a
juice.
chat with Cerberus. Got you. Huzzah.
A scuffer. Alright, I can afford the Athena boon, which is really all I wanted to save up for. Let's see. Huh. She's giving us a chance to trade out our attack, but I feel like this is a net loss because it's only a 15% chance to crit, so it's a lot less consistent, and we have no other crit chance anywhere else. Yeah, I think we just take pressure points here because I don't want to give up the special either. The slowdown that we've been getting has been pretty substantial from Demeter.
The fearsome Cerberus accepts the satyr sack.
Such a powerful inflection on that satyr sack. All right, dad time. You know what would have been really good if Artemis had given us support fire. Like, I know I've had mixed opinions on it, but it would be really solid in this instance.
To keep you from your parchment work.
Yes, you do. You love to keep him from his parchment work.
The rail of adamant can vanquish me. We'll momentarily find out.
Yes, we will. I'm fishing for a win today. Gotta keep that win streak going, and I know every time I've said that in the past, I've lost the win streak, so we'll see what happens now. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a long fight, Huey. I hope you're buckled in and ready for entertainment. I think he hit us there, but we did not take nearly any damage. That was avoidable. That was entirely avoidable. He's hitting 19s on us. We have so much damage reduction between weak and the Athena boons. That's kind of funny. Alright, so this is very much a I can turn my brain off sort of fight. What's even worse for him is, like, I'm going to be slowing him down, so, like, not only does he deal no damage, but his opportunities to hit me are so low.
Awaken, wretches.
Let's get rid of these things.
Upon the surface realm where you were slain.
I don't remember there being Hydra heads on the surface world, unless we're going by, like, I guess if we go by Hercules, maybe, I guess we're sticking to Greek mythology. I guess it makes sense. All right, so we've got Athena fully charged, so I'm just going to use it here, honestly.
I shall protect you, cousin.
You cower underneath Athena's shield.
I wouldn't say I cower so much as I turn brain off. I think that's more accurate, honestly. Just turning my brain off. Oh my goodness, we're doing like 200 damage to him with our full attack. That's so, like, paltry. Disappointingly low. I think what I need to do is only stack the back attacks from Athena's exposed boon, and just use that as much as possible. Alright, well, we're halfway done with the first phase. What I would give for damage right now. This is, I know I commented on this being a speedrunner's weapon, but it is not a speedrunning weapon this time, that's for sure. The game has made absolute sure of that. The question is, am I actually remembering that I have 3 dashes? Because I feel like I'm not. I'm definitely not using them to the best of their ability.
Right.
Just keep stacking that slow, and
You are untouchable for now, cousin.
I think we just spam. Oh, Kiwi, this damage hurts me to use. It's so piss poor. Honestly, I feel like I'm doing more damage from hunting blades than the actual weapon I chose.
Let's finish this then.
Blast you.
Oh my god, he dashed right into all of them. That's so funny. I was just playing around with the special. I'm like, oh, I can make them all target me if I aim them at myself. And he dashed to where I was, so he got hit by all 5 of them. That's really funny. Oh, hello. Dad? Thanks for the free... What the... Okay, it's a good thing those weren't active hitboxes, but they looked like they should have been. He just pivoted around in a single moment, and his lasers turned with him, despite only having 3 in front of him. Oh my goodness, his attack speed is so slow right now. That's really funny. Yeah, I think, honestly, my best damage here is just trying to get him to stay still in a corner and hit him with all of our... Bear with me 1 second. Alright, I'm going to use the Athena call here. I don't need to, but I'd rather make sure I get him to the next phase sooner than later. Oh, wait, I thought I had fully charged. Ah, well, that's lame. Well, hey, you know what? That's a damage up for us.
Hungry for more, I see.
Actually, I am quite hungry. I've been talking about blueberry muffins and blueberry pie, and I have not eaten breakfast yet. Neither is Gnocchi, as she is constantly reminding me while I'm recording today. Alright. We're almost there. Like, we're not losing this. We're clearly not losing this, but my goodness, is this just... This is kind of funny. Here we go. Athena's call is so strong. So I think we established... I discovered that if you stand right on top of Hades, he can't hit you with that attack, which is pretty darn funny. The only downside is if you're ever so slightly out of the hitbox, you are outside of the not hurt box, you're gonna have a bad time because those lasers do chunk you. They do like 30 to 40 damage in one hit without any damage reduction, which we have a lot of, as it turns out. I got hit for 12.
You think that you're the only one who shall keep fighting? I must go.
All right, probably one of our slowest runs in a while. I think next time I take the rail, we'll go Zeus again because, ooh, that was a painful run. All right, we did it. Don't forget the fish down below.
Blood of the Titans.
Is it going to be a trout again? Is it going to be a trout again? Let's find out. I'm definitely getting more consistent at catching the fish. I'm not trigger happy like I was before.
Wow, a sturgeon.
Wow, indeed, a sturgeon. I feel like I'm Zagreus asking which Fury Sister I'm going to see.
If you will, the Underworld Prince soon meets one of his typical ignoble deaths.
Like, da, indeed. I keep guessing wrong. Walking into that fish. It's fine though. A fish is a fish, and a wish is a wish. And I don't know
Did pretty well that time.
why I said that.
Huh? Oh, hi. You're welcome. Just go right ahead, I guess.
Oh, there you are, Achilles. Let's ask you about
I
Patroclus.
have to get back to my responsibilities.
Okay, sorry for bothering you, Thanatos.
How fare your labors, lad? You have a certain look about you. Everything all right?
It's just, within Elysium, I happened on a shade who said he knew you, said he misses you. Do you know a Patroclus, sir?
What? Yes. I knew Patroclus. Is he all right?
I don't know. He seemed like he's known better times than these. Is there something I should say to him if I run into him again?
Please send him my regards. And all my love. I think of him always. But I cannot see him any longer. And you mustn't ask me why, do you understand? Now, leave me be, please, lad. I need some time.
I take care then, sir.
I do not remember their circumstances. Really? You only got us once. We had 2 more deaths.
Tell me something, boy. Zagreus. Why did you do all this? Return the Queen. Go to such lengths. At a certain point, you must have learned the way I felt about her. Yet still you persisted. If I were you, I'd not have done me any favors.
I didn't often stop to give it much thought. I just knew I needed to find her. And then as soon as I did, I knew I needed her in my life. In other words, doing you any favors was never a priority, Father. Just ended up that way, I guess.
I see. I appreciate your candor. Nevertheless, I thank you. I do not know how you accomplished what you did, but know that I am grateful for the outcome, even if I fail to act like it much of the time.
You're welcome.
I mean, he did say our name, Zagreus. He actually called us by our name.
Father, I know we can't exactly change the past, but we can try to move forward. Look, I know I'm not even supposed to have this stuff, but everyone likes it. Won't you try it at least? Here, take it either way.
I can dispose of this properly. Speaking of disposal, I've no further need for this here, so rid me of it, why don't you? On your way out.
Father, I don't know what to say.
The Sigil of the Dead. We got Hades' keepsake.
Where'd Orpheus go?
Alright, let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and take Darkness giving us HP, since we're still collecting a fair bit of Darkness.
I'll be on the lookout for this when I'm in the area.
You are distracting me.
That's fine. Oh, hey, Mom. Here, have a nectar. Oh, I can't give you a nectar? Oh, because you're...
So if there's anything that I can do for you, Nyx, you need but ask, all right? I plan to pull my weight.
Your services were always welcome here. Please acclimate yourself at your own rate. I am available to answer any questions you may have at any time.
Thank you, my friend. I have to tell you, it's good to be back.
Aw. I'm glad she's happy to be back. Certainly returning to a place with some potentially negative memories isn't always an easy feat, to say the least.
What's for breakfast?
Ooh, a Titan blood from that. Nice.
Done deal.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. Alright. I think that's about it for this episode. Let's just check the garden real quick. Not that I expect anyone to be in here since Persephone's out there talking to Nyx. We're still not at enough darkness to unlock the mirror. Anything here?
Use some rest.
Oh, we're doing it, Kiwi. We're finally unlocking the,
The heavy sleeping underworld prince arises, with the feeling that the brief nap he intended as a respite from the rigors of the day or night apparently was none too brief at all.
I'm late for work. Father's going to kill me.
Alright, so here's my finally my chance to potentially figure out where that lost run is, and hopefully track it down.
Responsibility rejecting Zagreus strides down his father's hall, quite unconcerned about the urgency with which he is expected to behave under a set of circumstances such as this.
Going as fast as I can, you hurry up.
I appreciate the commentary between Zagreus and the narrator.
The door to the administrative chamber beckons just beyond the hall. The prince perchance believes that he may enter quietly, without drawing the notice of those laboring within.
Unless the narrator gives it away.
Give me away, old man.
Suggest you hurry in there, lad.
Once again.
Let's not keep your father waiting.
Once again, I share a brain cell with Zagreus.
Sorry.
You're late, boy. Again? Well, what is the latest explanation for your tardiness? Lost track of time admiring the courtyard view? Perhaps you were recuperating from your martial training. Achilles is not prone to holding back.
I'm sorry, Father. I just overslept. I must have overslept. How am I even supposed to know exactly when to be here? I mean, every moment, every day and night here, it's all the same.
It's not at all the same. The hue of Ixion's green light takes on an obviously lighter hue when it is time. You're an embarrassment not just to me here, boy, but to this entire operation. Now get back to work.
Super harsh.
Right.
Okay, so where do we go?
The day or night's duties are sheer simplicity itself, at least at first, as when the prince simply signs in to signal the commencement of his shift.
Oh, gods.
Get on with your responsibilities.
Oh boy, that's a lot of things we have to interact with.
Security reports concerning failed escape attempts from Tartarus require timely verification and official response, neither of which Prince Zagreus is fit to give.
That's harsh.
Records of expired house contractor renovations line a desk in the administrative chamber, though the prince has absolutely no desire now to organize them alphabetically by date.
None whatsoever, yes.
We kind of cut it off because I started the next dialogue, but Hades said that Homer's assertion that Zagreus is not capable of doing the job he was asked to do was not incorrect.
Attendance records of the working shades who toil for the house need to be verified. The shades' due compensation rapidly approved. And yet the prince cannot remember all the necessary steps.
I haven't forgotten. No one told me.
That's a good reason.
The training lacking prince's efforts to administer approvals to the judgment terms ultimately leave a lot to be desired.
Incorrect.
I mean, you know, that is a great experience, you know, being brought onto a job and just being let loose, told, we'll train you on the job, and then there's never any time for those people to train you. Isn't that the experience that we've both shared, Kiwi?
The often failing prince attempts to sort the ledgers in the fashion necessary for the proper keeping of his father's realm.
Damn it.
And then they get
That's
fussy.
not correct.
And then they get fussy because, well, you're not doing your job well. Well, how am I supposed to know?
The shades responsible for the administration of the prince's father's realm merely look on at the prince's ill-fated attempts.
Well, I'll leave the work discussion out of here. This is Zagreus' problem. Ours is already solved.
Oh, come on.
The relaxation-loving prince never paid suitably enough attention to learn properly how to arrange the record bookings of the regions of his father's realm.
Doesn't make any sense.
Enough, boy. Wrap it up.
At last, the work-disliking prince records a summary of the results of his attempts to be of any use to the administrative needs of his grim father's house.
Okay, I'm done. So, can I go yet, Father?
Not only were you late again, but then you also failed to perform even the simplest tasks that I had asked repeatedly that you complete. How many chances do you need at this? I am too lenient with you.
Too lenient? Instead of lambasting me non-stop, have you considered maybe training me some more to do this fascinating work to your satisfaction? You'll forgive me if I didn't memorize every laborious detail the last time you performed your monologue about how all this works.
Excuse me? If I'm not mistaken, you're deflecting your incompetence toward me? As though the goddess of wisdom herself has come to aid you in your time of need. I could replace you here and now with any number of simple shades hungry to work here.
Then why don't you? I don't want any of this. I'm not the one who drew the short lot with your brothers and got stuck here forever. Why am I having to do this senseless parchment pushing for you?
I appreciate that we're seeing kind of what drove Zagreus out of the house.
Why are you stuck? You're not. You're fired. I was wrong to think you were prepared to take on any responsibility at all. And don't you ever invoke your uncles here again, or I'll have you cast into the lowest pits of Tartarus. Now get out of my administration and my sight.
At least I can't be late for that job anymore.
Well, it's cool to finally get that little bit of backstory, and more importantly, in theory, that should let us unlock the administrative chamber.
What's going on, Skelly?
Less talking, more socking here, pal.
Okay. Okay, we're doing a gauntlet run.
Up a bit.
Wait, no. No, I'm not forgetting a third time.
Aegis, I see you stand your ground against the Serpent's flame.
And there it is, the aspect of Beowulf,
The aspect of Beowulf.
one of the strongest aspect weapons in the game. You have Nagling's board, but take 10% increased damage, but your Dragon Rust bonus damage and area is increased by 20%. So what does that mean? Basically, it works like Hera's Shield, where we charge our cast into the weapon, we charge up our Bull Rush, and then our attack and our cast all go off together. And it just does so much damage. Plus, you have a shield. Yeah, you take 10% more damage. How does that matter? Not much at all. Because, actually, I don't actually know if this blocks damage now that I look at it from how you're positioning. I'll have to test that out, but regardless, the DPS on that weapon is absurd. Now, I'm going to briefly just check to see if we have the access to the administrative chambers now, which I assume not, but maybe on the next run we will get it. Okay. Well, Kiwi, with all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. Oh, there it is. Ooh, we need 2 diamonds. Hold on. Wretched Broker, can you save us from our plight?
What's in stock?
10 nectar. I don't think it's worth it. We'll get it soon enough. Alright, Kiwi. Like I was saying, I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you. I'm going to make a bunch of blueberry things with you today, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you in the next one.